This story was sent to us by Ellie from the USA. He starts by saying, "Although my roots are in India, I have been driving trucks across the United States for many years. During his time on the road, Ellie has faced all kinds of routes, from treacherous mountains to deep, dark forests. But during one specific trip, he experienced something unforgettable, an event that defies explanation. He tells us, "I parked my truck to get some rest. I was in the cabin, completely isolated. Outside, it was snowing heavily. I had covered my windshield and windows with sheets for privacy. I turned off the lights and lay down, and that is when I heard it. The sound of footsteps crunching on the snow. Someone had walked right up to my truck." This story is incredibly interesting. If you are a listener of my old channel, you know the level of truck horror stories I used to upload. This one is on that exact level. Trust me, this will hook you until the very last second. But before we begin, I've heard a rumor. Some people say the like button isn't visible. Can you see it? It's right there next to subscribe. Why don't you press it? That is my motivation. Come on, hit like quickly. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, I know you can see that button too. Please subscribe. I promise the upcoming stories on this channel are going to haunt your memories. Now, let's move to the story.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I am from India, but I've been driving trucks here in the US for about 8 years now. I want to share an incident with you, something that changed the way I look at these roads forever. It started like any normal day. I left the logistics company with my truck, hauling 2 trailers. I was driving through desolate routes, passing through thick forests to reach my destination. I had left the city far behind. It was freezing outside, so I had the heater blasting inside the cabin. Here, the trucks are fantastic, fully automatic. The driver is there just for the sake of it. I had to travel all day and all night. Usually, drivers stop at motels, what we call dhabas back in India and Pakistan, to freshen up and eat. But honestly, being an Indian, I crave spicy food, and the bland food at those motels just doesn't work for me. So, I had a habit. I carried my own stove and ingredients. I would find a beautiful scenic spot, park the truck, cook my own meal, rest for a bit, and then continue. It satisfied my passion for travel and my profession at the same time. I had been driving all day. By the time I entered this specific area, heavy snow had started falling. The truck's speed dropped and the journey slowed down. My company tracks the vehicle via GPS, so they knew the weather conditions. There was no pressure. Night had fallen properly. The snowfall was so heavy that my headlights couldn't see far. I was exhausted. I spotted a clearing in the woods and decided to park. I thought I'll cook, eat, rest for exactly 1 hour and then leave. I put up sheets on the windshield and the side windows, like curtains. Now the cabin was a sealed box. Inside couldn't see out, outside couldn't see in. I boiled some water and made Maggi noodles. I must tell you, this place was a dense forest. Buried under snow, the silence alone was enough to scare a normal person, but I was used to it. In fact, I once spent 48 hours stranded alone in a jungle, but that is a story for another time. I finished eating and moved to the back of the cabin to lie down. I checked my phone. Outside, it was dead silent. If a pin dropped, you would hear it. I couldn't sleep properly because I was worried about the truck getting snowed in. I had only 1 hour. I turned off the cabin lights. I was just lying there when I heard it. From a distance, the sound of footsteps on snow. Crunch, crunch. At first, my brain rejected it. It's a forest miles from civilization. Who could be walking here? But I focused. Yes, someone was walking towards my truck. The steps were getting closer, and the terrifying part, they stopped right next to my cabin. I held my breath. I lay there like a statue. I didn't want whoever was outside to know I was inside. Then my blood ran cold. I heard the door handle move, the lock on the driver's side door. Someone was twisting it. Click, clack. They were trying to open it. I had locked both doors from the inside, thank God. I watched the lock knob wiggle. After a few minutes of struggle, they let go. Silence again. But then I heard the footsteps move. They walked around the front of the truck to the passenger side. And then I saw that lock knob start to wiggle. They were trying to get in from the other side. My heart was pounding against my ribs. Finally, they stopped. But it wasn't over. I heard 2 more sets of footsteps approaching from the distance. They joined the first person. Now there were 3 of them standing right outside my thin metal door. I heard them whispering, but it was strange. They sounded like a tape being played on fast forward. It was a language I couldn't understand. I could distinguish a man, a woman, and a child about 12 years old. I thought, maybe they are stranded, maybe they need help. But in this temperature, standing still, I gathered my courage. I slowly, very slowly, lifted the corner of the window sheet to peek out. I made sure I couldn't be seen. I looked out. There was no one. The moment I looked, the whispering stopped. The snow was empty. I was terrified. How could voices exist without bodies? I dropped the curtain and lay back down, shaking. I checked my watch. My hour was up. Fear gave me an adrenaline rush. I sensed, I don't know how, but I sensed they had moved away from the truck. I made a plan. Jump in the seat, start the engine, and go. Don't look left or right. I leaped into the driver's seat, ripped the curtains down, and turned the key. The engine roared. I turned on the headlights and jammed the gear. I hit the accelerator to fly out of there, but the truck didn't move. The tires spun. I was stuck in the snow. And then I looked up. In the beam of my headlights, 3 figures turned around. They were walking towards me. A man, a woman, and a child. But they looked like rotting corpses. Their skin was peeling, their faces covered in frozen blood. They were walking straight at the windshield. And the child waved at me. He smiled a grotesque smile and waved bye-bye.
Suddenly, the tires found grip. The truck lurched forward. I swerved around them and sped away. I watched them in my side mirror, just standing there, watching me leave. I thought I was safe. I was wrong. Visibility was 0. A few miles down the road, my truck hit black ice. I lost control. The truck skidded off the road and slammed into a deep snowbank. I was completely stuck. I grabbed my radio. "Base, this is Ellie. I'm stuck." They replied, "Ellie, we can't reach you by phone, but our map shows a workshop and a house about 5 kilometers east. Go there for help." I had no choice. If I stayed, I'd freeze. I put on my heavy jacket, grabbed a powerful torch and a handheld walkie-talkie, and stepped out into the storm. I had to walk back the way I came. As I shined my torch on the ground, I saw fresh footprints. 3 sets, leading in the exact direction I had to go. I followed them for 30 minutes. Finally, I saw a house, an old vintage-style wooden house in the middle of nowhere. The footprints went right into the front door. I approached quietly. I peeked through the window. A fire was burning in the fireplace, as if someone was just there, but the room was empty. I pushed the door open. I crept inside, trying to be as silent as a spy. And then, I made a mistake. My walkie-talkie volume was on full. Suddenly, the dispatcher's voice boomed out, "Calling Ellie! Ellie, are you okay?" Immediately, a dog started barking aggressively outside, and I heard footsteps running toward the house. I panicked. I hid inside a small storeroom and shut the door. I found a tiny crack to look through. The family entered the room. The same family. The rotting corpses. They were sniffing the air. Sniff, sniff. They didn't blink. Their dead eyes scanned the room. They knew I was there. The child, he started walking slowly toward my hiding spot. I looked up and saw a skylight window. I didn't think. I grabbed a heavy object, smashed the glass, and pulled myself out onto the snowy roof. I jumped down and ran. I heard the dog snarling behind me. I climbed the hill, scrambling through the snow, running for my life. After 20 minutes, I found a road. I saw a workshop with lights on. I stumbled in, gasping for breath. It was run by a family, an old man, his son, and daughters. They saw my condition and gave me coffee. I told them everything. The old man looked at me with a grave face. He said, "Son, that vintage house, it is haunted. In 1915, bandits broke in and murdered that entire family. They still wander these woods. They try to ask for help, but they are trapped in time." They helped me. They took their tow truck, pulled my vehicle out, and got me running again. I was so grateful. Before leaving, I asked to take a picture with them. I had an instant Polaroid camera. I took the photo and thanked them and drove away. But when the photo developed, I looked at it under the cabin light. My blood froze. The people in the photo, the kind family who helped me at the workshop, they were the exact same people I saw in the woods, the rotting faces, the dead eyes. I threw the photo down and drove. I never looked back.
So, that was Ellie's story. Ellie says if you guys liked this one, he will share the story of when he was stuck in the jungle for 48 hours. That one is even scarier. So, friends, quickly comment below. Tell us how you liked the story. If you want the next part, let me know. And again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, and for the new people, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Remember me in your prayers. Take care.